So today we're going to learn how to conduct a hierarchical cluster analysis in SPSS using an example just based on animals with random numbers. Hierarchical clustering is a type of clustering analysis that groups similar cases together based on their similarity or dissimilarity on a set of variables. So I set up this fake data file, got body size, so varying from large animals, higher, small animals with small numbers. Also got it for habitat, diet and locomotion. So these are all numeric variables because it will allow us to do it with strings. So for these I've got what the values are equal to. So 1 means they live in a predominantly land habitat. 2 go in trees, 3 in the air. For diet we've got 1 is herbivore, 2 is carnivore, 3 is omnivore. And then in terms of the locomotion, we've got that as well. I guess main type of locomotion. So what we're going to do is, in order to do the hierarchical cluster analysis, we go analyze, classify, and then hierarchical cluster. So here I've put those variables in there: body size, habitat, diet, locomotion, and I put it that we're going to label them by species. It's going to cluster based on each case, and I want to display the statistics and the plots. So for the plot I've ticked here dendrogram, and then for the method we're using a Ward's method. We're doing this because it minimises the sum of squared distances within the clusters. And then for the distance measure, we're using the squared distance option because it's suitable for continuous variables. Although I know all ours are technically discrete at the moment, they are based on continuous variables. So then we're going to click OK. And here we've got our results. So if we look at the dendrogram here, we can see there's 2 main clusters and each of those are grouped into 2. And we look straight away, it looks a bit not certain why it's grouped them, but when we actually look at our values we have here, we can see that the 2 largest animals, elephant and giraffe, have been grouped together. All of the creatures that have 1 for their value of body size have been grouped together, so that's bat and monkey have been grouped together, yeah. And then lion, tiger have been grouped together along with bear there. So you can see that if you did this with actual data, it might be quite useful. Say you're looking at maybe a group of animals, and you might actually be able to say whether they're morphologically distinct. Say you're using principal component scores based on morphology, or maybe values for behaviour, all sorts of things, and it can be a really useful extra analysis to use.